Yes, let me go ahead and get everybody set up. I want to welcome everybody on board today. As you've heard from Udo, he's going to be traveling all over the world. So you have people in Tokyo. I think that event is sold out, but Korea, and you said Russia and Romania. I mean, we've got quite the schedule, and I know that OneCoin's got an event. OneCoin events coming out where you'll be able to see where all of the top leaders are around the world. This thing is exploding internationally. And you know, in the United States, we're a little bit slow to adopt cryptocurrency because we have so many payment options in the United States. But what we're going to talk about, folks, today is we're talking about digital currency. We're talking about bankless banking. We're actually going to do a bankless transaction on this presentation today. You've heard Udo talk about how we all get hassled by banks. By a show of hands, how many of you have been hassled by a bank for a withdrawal or a deposit or trying to take out too much money? I don't know if any of you have watched the Grant Cardone TV show that he's got on his TV channel, but he shows, it's called Mission Impossible, and it's about him trying to take $1 million out of the bank account and all of the trials that they're making him go through to try and get that money out. But it's a pretty awesome show. But today, our goal today is for you to go, hey, this looks really interesting. There's people from all over the world that are involved in this. This is real. My Uncle Bob told me it was a scam, but I guess it's not. Maybe it is real. You know, your Uncle Bob was the one who told you not to invest in Amazon in 1994, by the way, so I don't think I'd listen to Uncle Bob anymore. We're excited because we're getting educated on the future of money. We're excited because our money is increasing in value. I don't hear many people that are holding the U.S. dollar or the the South African rand or the euro talking, or the sterling for that matter, talking about that. Nobody's going, hey, I'm excited because my currency is going up in value. Well, ours is. And cryptocurrency, when you learn the magic behind it and what makes it work, that's where you're going to get very, very excited about what we're doing. Cryptocurrency has some unique attributes that when you learn them and you understand them, you go, wow, this is absolutely amazing. That the fact that it's finite, that there's a limited amount of it, and as our community grows around it, it will increase in value. How about the idea of having a currency that appreciates in value to where you have to use less of it to buy the products and services next year that you're buying today for full price? Things like that get people real excited. But our vision today is to give you a taste of cryptocurrency, to have you meet the miners that are around the world that are mining digital currency. They're educating people. They're making money by showing people how to make money on digital currency. They're really having a great time. And we're not talking about skin creams and patches and water filters. There's nothing wrong with that stuff, folks. We're involved in a much bigger pond. Cryptocurrency is the ocean of the network marketing industry. You've got a lot of ponds out there, and you got a lot of streams and a lot of little lakes that some people are playing in the MLM industry. But if you want to get into the ocean, if you want to get into where the real money's being made, this is definitely the industry you want to take a look at. This is the industry that provides the currency that people use to buy products. And guess what? It's a product that everybody wants. It's a product that everyone needs. And I don't know about you, but 2008 kicked my butt. And there's a lot of people that are recovering from 2008, and they're looking at retirement in 10 to 15 years, and they're going, I don't think I'm going to make it. And throw in some of the economic facts that are going on just in the United States. A lot of people are open-minded to digital currency. They're a little hesitant because they don't know anything about it. And I will tell you, the natural stages that you will go through of just feelings is you'll have fear initially because you don't know anything about it. But as you learn about it, you'll start to believe that it could be true. Once you start using it and you start creating wealth with it, you'll go into this kind of knowing feeling. And then ultimately, once you have started helping other people and changing their lives, you move into a conviction stage. And I know that Udo is in a conviction stage. I got to spend an hour on the phone with him this morning, just getting to know him and learning about how he approaches people in this business. And I'm just super excited to have him on board. So we're going to hear from Udo first, and we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about OneCoin. We're going to talk about the lifestyle. But, most importantly, what I want you to hear from Udo is what he's doing to create an income that most of us can't even fathom, an income in a year that probably 98% of Americans don't even make in their lifetime, probably 99%. That's staggering when you think about that. I'm not going to put numbers out there, but it's a lot. It's more than you can spend. And I'm just excited to have you on board today with us, Udo. Why don't you give us first an introduction to who you are, where you're from, and then let us know how you got into cryptocurrency. How did you get connected with the industry?
So, so I'm in the industry of network marketing since 27 years, and I got into the industry like most probably all of us. Somebody asked me, you want to make some extra money. That was my first way into network marketing 27 years ago. I worked with a huge insurance company in Germany. This time I'm German. I grew up in Germany, but I left Germany already 25 years ago. So it was a great experience for me, but after a while I was thinking, why I need always to have all these complicated details about insurance, about whatever it comes together. So I said, I need to have a product where it's much easier to explain. And I started to write a couple of books, and I put a couple of trainings, education trainings together, private personal development, motivation, all these kind of things. And I started to sell really education. This I started with my own company. I was running it for 16 years. After this time, I said, guys, that was too much for me. Let's call it a one-man show. I had more than 300,000 people all over in Eastern Europe, so a little bit in Germany, but mostly Hungary, Romania, Czech Republic, Poland. So when I'm doing my business, I do my business most probably between 15 and 20 different languages, between 15 and 20 different currencies. So after 16 years, I said, guys, I don't do it anymore because I had too many things to do in the back office. And what I like to do is I like to build the business. I like to talk to people. And this is how I do it. Like I said before, I'm flying around every week at least 3-4 times somewhere in the air. And each time if I go by a taxi from the airport to the hotel, most of the time, taxi driver want to tell you the stories. They want to tell you, ask you what you're doing, and. So they want to tell you about the bad economy. The first thing what I'm asking him, can I pay with OneCoin? And guess, I was like, what's this? And I say, you don't know? You do not know OneCoin? How could it be? How you want to get in the future your money, how you want to make some money, how in the future your customer should pay your taxi ride. And most probably then I start to talk on a really simple and easy way. I explain the vision from Dr. Rush. I explain a payment solution around the globe. We can use the same currency wherever we are, wherever we go. It doesn't matter if it's US, if it's Europe, if it's Asia, whatever. And I'm talking with him about if he starts now in an early stage, and we are just now in the first stage to create this currency, to bring this currency up. You know what mostly has happened? I get a free taxi ride, and this guy enrolls at least with a starter pack. That's really a simple way to do it. And most of the time I don't enroll the people then to my line. I bring them always to my leaders where I'm having around so they can take care about them, because that's the next step in business, what I'm doing. So most focus, where I'm focused on is the success from your team. I learned it really on a hard way. I was always thinking, I need to make money, I need to be the best, I need to be the hero, I need to be the and whatever, I need to be the superhero. I need to make the most of the money. It was quite okay, but I failed a bit. So then I started to find out what is more important. The most important thing in our network marketing industry, it's not us. The most important thing is our team, what we're having, our team partners where we have, because our team brings us on this position where we are. Without my team, I would be nowhere. I would be maybe still what I learned before. I'm a plumber, that's my job. I learned a plumber many years ago. I don't know really exactly how to work now in this case, but it was a start for me. So I'm taking care. I'm talking with my team partners when I go now to Tokyo. I have a couple of meetings where I lined up with some team leaders from different companies. There was a lot of people contacting us, asking us, hey, what do you do? How you do it? because as the whole world is talking about one coin. Everyone hears one coin here, one coin over there. So I'm talking with a couple of leaders. I have a lot of workshops with my partners over there in Tokyo. So we're doing workshops. We bring 3, 4, 5 people together. We talk about it. We do the trains, how to invite, what you say, what to explain. So we really do not put the focus on too many details. We really just explain and bring over the vision from Dr. Rusha. What is the future of payments? Where we go for the future, and that's really an easy thing, because I always say, when you just remember a few years back, 100, 200, 300 years back, how did we pay it? You know, our payment, what we have done many years before, we paid with sugar, right? Sugar, we put it today in a coffee, but we used sugar as a payment. But actually it was not a payment, it was just a tool where we traded goods against it, correct? We had sugar, we had salt. Just a friend of mine is driving a rally, the Silk Road. We was using silk, right? This was all we used. We used sugar, salt, silk. We traded. So what was coming after? After our sugar stuff was coming our gold. What we did with gold? Gold was a payment, but actually it's a payment. It's only a tool where we trade goods against goods, right? Somebody took the gold because we was buying some products we paid with gold. So he took the gold, he was bringing the gold to somebody else. He got something else. And this was always an exchange. What do we do with money? So when I hear my euros, so I'm having here still some euros left, you know, I can't pay here. So I need to change it into dollars. So when I change it into dollars, then I can change. I'm changing my dollars against some food like yesterday in some other place. So we use the currency, using as a trade good. Let's call it. My English is not too perfect, but I use it for trading. So what is trading our currency against other goods. And this is what we do. When you see the dollar, I'm here now in US, I can't pay this euro, I need a dollar. So I need to change my euros into the dollars. With cryptocurrency, it's the same. If you want to pay and start to pay, you change it. But then, if you change it once, you can use this currency all over in the world. We can pay when it comes to Asia for sure with the new application that we do. You can drink in a couple of months, in a year, maybe in 2 years. You can drink your coffee. You can go for lunch. You can buy your clothes. You can do everything. What you do, just trading your currency, just trading your own coins against some other products. So this is what we're working for. And that's really the future. It's a simple way to do it. And how I was coming to OneCoin, how I got knowledge about this one. First of all, in 2008, when the Bitcoin was coming up, I was living in Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo is the best city in the world. Beautiful girls, beautiful cars. You see more cars than you see on the Detroit Automobile Show. And you see them most probably before they come to the automobile show. It's really cool. Like, you could live there. You don't pay any taxes because it's a tax heaven. And somebody as well talked to me about cryptocurrency, talked to me about Bitcoin. Of course, and I said, I don't know. So I asked my friends, and my friends said, no, don't do it. So today I'm super angry because I lost a lot of money on this one. So, but I didn't go into it. And then one day somebody called me up and started a really cool business. Let's start something really, really special. Let's start OneCoin. And I said, huh? What's this? Cryptocurrency. I was thinking, I heard something, but I don't know what is it. So first time, of course, I was thinking about, like everyone, that's not real, that's not true, that's a fantasy, whatever. So when I did what I've done most of the time when I was not sure what I'm doing, I was writing a book, and I was just sending the book to Tom today. It's an ebook, you can get it from him, it's no problem. I was writing a book about cryptocurrency because I want to really know what is it. So when I found out that's actually the best thing ever what has happened. When I saw all the crises, all the problems what we have in Europe, with Greece, with England, they want to leave the European Union. You know, the British pound went down on the lowest level since 30 years. But you know what we have done with OneCoin? Our volume went up around 50% because people don't believe anymore in a British pound. That's what's happened. So, and this is the opportunity what we bring out to the people. And the cryptocurrency is a closed circle, like all the currency circles in the world. I'm going to Japan, so when I go to Tokyo, I need Japanese yen. I can't pay with dollar. So it's a closed community. Let's call it really a closed community where I'm paying with my yen. It's a close community where I pay with my euro. It's a close community when I go to Hungary where I pay with my forint. It's a close community when I go to Romania where I pay with my Romanian lei. When I go to Russia, I pay with a ruble. It's always a close community. So what is a cryptocurrency? Actually, it's exactly the same. It's a close community where we start to trade goods against goods. So, and this is why I really believe in this one. It's a currency where we can use all over the world. The world goes smaller and smaller. I booked my villa, what I'm having here, how? Through internet. I bought the toys for my boys where Amazon. I should buy not Amazon product, I should buy Amazon shares 10 years ago when it was coming on the market. So everything gets done online. So everything goes smaller. Everything will be more and more closer. I'm using an airplane like a lot of people using the bus. So everything goes to be smaller and smaller. And that's why one day, like in Europe, and especially when you see Europe, we have a euro around about 20 years. So before we had different currency all over. We had some in Austria, we had the shilling, German marks, Swiss francs, we had Swedish crowns. We had so many different currencies all over in the European Union. Now we have most probably only one currency where we go in, and it makes us so much easier to travel, to spend some money, people making business on a much, much easier way. So what do you think will be happening with the one coin? What do you think will be happening with the cryptocurrency? It will actually 100% the same. So the world will go closer, and we're getting more into this cryptocurrency. We're getting more into this way, how to use the money, how we can spend some money, what is going on. So that's really, really, really a super fantastic tool what we're having on this way, where we can be now as pioneers, where we have now, of course, a lot of people say, doesn't work, never will work, anything. But it's, I always say, that's an iPhone. That's a simple iPhone. What are we doing with? Before we had a line on each of the phones. Now we don't need any lines. We talk through the air. Nobody could believe you can speak from one continent to the next continent through a line, through a cable. Now we don't need any more cable. We are flying around. The Airbus A380 is the biggest airplane in the world in the moment. Even experts said 10 years ago, and I don't talk about 100 years ago, even experts said 10 years ago, this aircraft never will fly. And now my last of my two kids flying in from Frankfurt now to Florida, they're coming in with what? With an Airbus 380 and have 500 people on board. So that's normal. So this is the time where we're getting in. So the world is changing. The world is changing really, really fast. And we as pioneers now with the payment solutions, this is what we're doing. And one coin and one life, it's not only a cryptocurrency, it's as well what we launched now, this application. What we are doing now is we go out on the market, we offer everyone a simple and easy way how he gets some new clients into his business. So we offer this application to merchants, to restaurants, to so many places. And I'm sure this application, people will love it. And when we comes in 12 months and we're talking to the same guys, and say, okay, guys, you got an application from us. You could find a couple of more clients. You could make your clients happy. And now we're starting to talk about let's use a payment. Let's use a cryptocurrency. And what do you think when we have 1 or 2 million merchants in the system already through our applications, and this merchant sees, if you would go now to a flower shop just around the corner, we would ask him, hey, would you accept our OneCoin? He would say, most probably no, why I should. But if you go to this flower shop and tell him, hey guy, we have a funny application, you can buy this application, you can send your customer some special offers, you don't have to make email campaigns, you don't have to send flyers, you just press a button, you make a push notice, and it goes out. You go to a restaurant, you tell him, hey guy, when you see your restaurant is empty for lunch, make a message to all your friends, to all your customers, send it out, and tell them if you come today, you get a glass of Prosecco for free. When we go now to all this, to the barber shop, to the cosmetic studio, to the fitness studio. So that's, for example, it's my fitness studio. It's a gym here in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going there every year, so I'm getting my information. I'm getting on a business card. But if I get frequently information from them, I go there, I'm getting my training, I'm getting my free stuff. And just think about it. In 1 year, we go to all these shops. We go to the flower shop around the corner and ask him, you would like to accept the coin? He would say most probably no. But then you can say, but look, This restaurant is using our coin. Maybe he buys the flowers from you. You can spend your coins over there in the nail studio where your wife goes to make some nails. You can go to the cosmetic studio around the corner. You can spend your money in the fitness studio. You can spend some money even in the body shop where they repair your cars, because everyone can use this application to get more clients. So, and then you show him a database with 1 or 2 million merchants. What do you think he will say? Yes, it's a great idea. You know, when I'm coming over now to Florida and I see my list, okay, I can spend my money in Smith & Wollensky in a steakhouse. I can spend my money in Morton's Steakhouse. I can spend money maybe in Starbucks. Guess where I will go for lunch, where I will pick up my coffee, where I will go? I will go exactly to these places where I can spend my currency, right? Where I can spend my money. So this gives these companies a huge impact to get more clients in additional. So this is what we're doing. So we create not only the currency, we create not only the miners, what we're doing now with the education packs. No, we create also the community where we can use and spend our money. This is the most and the biggest benefit. This is why I'm 100% sure what we are doing with Dr. Rusha is the best thing ever. It's not, you know, talk about some massive cryptocurrency. I don't want to name anything. You know, it's just a currency. That's nothing. Where are the support? Where are this way to build up the merchants around it? Where is all this knowledge and this brain behind it? So I know Dr. Rusha now since 1 year, and it's fantastic. When you meet with her, when you talk to her, you know, you get always new ideas. You're always super surprised because you think always now we reach it. We reach the limit. We're on the highest point we can go. You leave the meeting with her, you come back maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks later, you're going to have again a meeting with her and you find out, sunshine, you know, we get new goals, we get new ideas, we get new things where we can go. So, and that's why I really know that's what we are doing with OneCoin. It's fantastic. It's really a fantastic way.
So Udo, let me put some framework behind what you just said, just to try and create a picture for people. I know when PayPal started as a way where people could exchange money back and forth via an email address. And, you know, in the beginning when PayPal came up, there were a lot of people that thought it was a scam and it was a community. I mean, when we look at what PayPal built, they built a community of people that are willing to trust PayPal as a central authority to send money back and forth instantly using an email address for free. And that was kind of their basis. And of course, PayPal evolved into a 180 million person community around the world. And today you can send and receive money to yourself. You can send and receive money to other people. You can set your business up on PayPal. You can get a credit card. But there's one big flaw that PayPal has. They use a currency that's depreciating in value. They use a currency that is your buying power. You're losing buying power every year that you stay in that currency. And I like to tell people that if you want to simplify what we're doing, and PayPal doesn't have some of the features that you've talked about, Udo, where you could send out a message by pressing a text button on your phone, and anybody that's within a 10-mile radius of your business will get that text message. So if you've got a sale going on and you want to let everybody know that's in that area, you can send out a text message to all your customers and things like that. So there's some very cool push marketing features that our mobile app will have in it. And you know, I think when you talk about the mobile app, businesses will be able to come online. They'll be able to buy educational packages to where they can learn about digital currency. They'll be able to put their business online where they can accept a digital currency, OneCoin, and really be a part of an amazing global reserve cryptocurrency where we won't have those exchange fees, where we won't have the bank fees, where we won't have the 3-day delays on our money, where we can own a currency that we can all exchange amongst each other and trust that, hey, for any reason, if we need to turn it back into a government-issued currency, we can press a sell button and the money's in our account and we can put it back in the old money, as I like to call it. I like the saying of the new currency is what we are all about, and there's just some exciting things around it. So I guess at the end of the day, Udo, it boils down to, Do you want to have a PayPal type structure with a currency that decreases in value? Or do you want to have a PayPal type structure for your business where you can have a currency that increases in value? And that should be the no-brainer question of the 21st century right there. So that's awesome, Udo. You gotta, can you give us 3 tips about I heard you say you ask people if they accept OneCoin, and
Yes.
when they don't, you act surprised, and that gives you the lead in to tell them all about it. But are there any other like special nuggets you can give us, special tips you can give us? I heard you say you start people off on starter packs. Is that pretty typical? Do you start a lot of people off on starter packs, which is the 140 euro package? Is that common practice?
That's always just a question about what it's about your mindset. You know, I have a really huge team over there in Russia, and all this team is starting 90% of all the packs, starting with a starter pack for 140, because every one of the people has a starter pack or just a trader or a pro trader. But then I have as well teams as well in Russia. So it's not about the counter, it's not about the people, it's about the single person ever. And these people starting always with the tycoon packs. So they don't come below or lower than the tycoon pack. It's just about how it's your mindset. What do you believe? And what I'm doing, actually, when I really do the presentation, I just did it yesterday as well with my team from Russia. So we did an online presentation. When I talk about the currency, I explain a bit about the cryptocurrency. I am offering as well, like you do in the US, I'm saying, okay, what you can do with Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin, it's not really fashion, it's not really modern, it's too complicated to handle, and about all the arsenals. And I explain just really about the vision. And then I come on the point and say, now we are on the stage, how to create this. We are creating this currency. And you have an opportunity. And what I'm always saying, you start with a small pack. And then I make my example, I write on a paper, you start with a tycoon pack. So listen, I'm talking about a small pack. You're starting with a tycoon pack, you get a 60,000 tokens, and I'm making a short explanation. You get 1 split, you get 2 splits. I just explain it in a short way, and I explain it just really on a white sheet of a paper. This is really like I do the business. And I explain it, okay, you make around about, let's say, 3,000 coins. A coin is a value from 60, so you can make a value from around about 80,000 what you have. So, but if you want to really, really build up a big future, and if you trust in this kind of idea, the modern payment solutions, like you said, PayPal with an increasing value of a currency, and so then you should start like really like professional people are doing it. And I put a tycoon, a premium, and an infinity on top. I'm talking about a 47,000 euros, approximately $50,000, and it makes a way down. I explain him, you get 1 split, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get immediately into the mining, so you get a lot of education, you get a lot of trainings, and you can have the benefit out of this pack. So I'm really doing it in a 5-minute explanation. And when you are confident enough, confidence is the right word, when you have the confidence and when you trust in this business, you can talk about every pack you want. Because the main point, what people always misunderstand in network marketing, people, you don't sell a product. Whatever you do, you never sell the product. The product, what you sell, it's yourself. It's you as a person. When you are not confident in this what you're selling, when you are not confident in this what you're presenting, you can't sell a pack for 140, you can't even sell a pack for 10 packs, for 10 bucks. You need to be confident in this what you're doing, and then you sell every pack you're having. So you can do it with a starter pack, it's no problem at all. But if you're confident enough, start to talk about tycoon, because the big benefit is on this one. As you know, 90%, 99% of the people, what is the answer after you present the business? I don't have some money, I guess. That's what most of the people say. So what do you want to do when you start with a starter pack with 140? Can you go down? No. And if you say, yes, let's do it, and then you say, oh, but I have maybe as well a trader or a pro trader or executive or infinity pack. Can you bring it up? No. So when you start with a tycoon, and you explain him the tycoon, you explain him then as well as a combination tycoon premium infinity, and you bring him a big number, you bring him 150 or 200,000 coins on the paper, and then what he can say, if he says, I don't have some money, I don't have a 5,000, but I have maybe a 3,000, you can go down, right? So this is what I'm always doing. I'm always start to talk about a high pack. I'm always bringing it in the confidence, and it's really about you. When you believe in this, what you do, People will believe in you, and people will take everything what you offer to them. That's the main point what I learned in network marketing. It's not the product what you sell. It's not the company what you sell. It's not OneCoin. It's not the cryptocurrency. It's you. And if you bring it on the confidence, and if you show the people you believe in the company, you believe in the currency, then people sign up without a question. People will join you, people will follow you, and people will do exactly the same what you do, because you lead with example. You are the leader in the business, and people will follow you. So a really important point is be confident in this what you're doing. When you open my back office, you see tycoons, premiums, infinity packs. Even we had it a long time ago, we had elite packs where we could put up 100,000 on one pack. So you see, you know, I trust the business. I trust Dr. Rusha. I trust everyone in the business. I trust the team. I met a lot of people in the office in Sofia. You know, we have 160 or 180 employees in Sofia. You know how big it's the industry, how big is everything behind the scene. So it's not only a computer, it's some real stuff what is going on. So that's why I really trust the company. I really trust them. And I really believe in this, what we're doing. That's why I have no issues at all to talk about the big numbers. And my recommendation, find the belief, find the 100% belief, find the confidence in this one, and then start to talk about the big numbers. We are doing our business in Europe. I would say 80 to 90% of the business, what we're doing, we do it in one-on-one. We do it on table meetings. You know, I was working before for the master company for food supplements. You know, we did big events with 400, 500, 600 people in, but what did we sell? We sold starter packs for $100, $200, $300, or $400. That goes simple like this one. You know, it's not a question about. But what I'm offering you here, you're offering packs from 100 up to a 50,000, right? A 50,000 pack you never ever will sell on a big event. It's not a business that says, hey, and clapping and everyone is jumping. It's not working. The people need to feel your confidence, and then they buy these packs, 100% for sure. So be confident and talk about this one. Talk to everyone. Ask a simple question, wherever you go. How often you go to the barbershop? Once a month? Did you ever ask, can I pay with OneCoin? How often you go to buy some ice cream? Did you ever ask, can I pay with OneCoin? You know, you can talk wherever you go to, whomever you talk with about this idea. It's a simple and easy question. If he says yes, no, it's no problem. If he says no, okay, explain him. Really, explain him the business. But really, you need to be sure when you start to explain it, you need to do it really, when I have the time and now I'm coming back, I always say, oh, I really would love to explain you now the business. I love to explain it, but I have a problem. It's now 10 to 2. I have my kids waiting out and I have to run for a kid's birthday party. Can we talk? I can do it maybe tomorrow at 1 o'clock or after tomorrow at 6 o'clock, when it's better for you to have 30 minutes for me. You know, I present it and I take it away. So people comes back to you and they want to have some meeting. I never really present a business except in a taxi where the driver cannot go away. If you do it in a restaurant, you talk with the waiter says, oh, my boss is calling, I have to run away. You never can present him the business for 20 minutes and you don't need more. But a taxi driver, he can't leave, that's for sure. You know, when you go to the
captive audience.
Except I get a cousin for free. I wouldn't buy it. You go to the barber, you get a haircut, you know, he can't leave. Then you can explain the business. But when you go to a supermarket, when you go to a restaurant, you talk to somebody, just bring it up on the table and that's all what you say. You know, that's all what you say. Arrange a meeting, tell him I have a time tomorrow or after tomorrow. So give him opportunity and then explain the business. But again, when he explains the business, don't talk details. It's too much. You have a really extremely good leadership over here in the US. Talk about the idea, talk about the dream, talk about the vision, and this is what people want. You know, when you buy an iPhone, what you buy? Do you buy the details? Or do you buy the fashion style to have an iPhone? You buy the dream, you buy the vision, right?
Yep.
You don't buy the details. That's whatever. When you buy a Camaro or a Corvette, what do you buy? You buy all the technical stuff or you buy a dream and a vision? What do you care about the details? We don't care. So I was here, I want to buy a Corvette for myself for next year for the gumballs. I want to spend a bit money over here. You know, I just buy the dream. I want to live the dream. I don't care about the details. I know what I know. I know I have to process to start the engine, and I know I have to refill my gasoline. That's all what I need to know from the car. I don't need to know where's the engine, front engine, back engine. I don't need to know where I put the oil in. I give it to the service to do it for me. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's what you have to do. Just go on the vision, go on the dreams, and talk to the people with confidence. That makes you the money. And when you talk with the confidence, you know what? Your team feels it. Your team is with you, and your team will have no question, no doubts. I'm having hardly no calls when somebody brings some negative news up, whatever. So people don't call me because, if Udo is doing it, then it's fine. And this is what you need to reach from the people. Bring it out with the confidence.
Yeah, I think that negative, I tell everybody it's if you want to find real search results, you go to page 2 or 3 of Google, because all the marketers are on the first page, and so many people are jockeying for search results, trying to leverage the OneCoin name. I was looking at Cointelegraph's traffic the other day on one of my analytics program. 15% of their traffic comes from the keyword OneCoin. And that's why they write articles about us, because the majority of a huge chunk of their traffic comes from our keyword. And, we won't get into the details on that, but I will tell you this, is I tell everybody, if Mark Andreessen, the founder of Netscape and the CTO of AOL, if he's an investor in digital currency, I don't really need to listen to anybody else. There's no other people out there that'll kind of sway me from being involved in this business. I love the digital currency industry. And I think one thing that came across to me with you, Udo, you've got tremendous amount of enthusiasm for digital currency. You are excited. And I think of the one thing that maybe I've lacked is the excitement level. I have the conviction level, but man, I tell you what, you've delivered 2 webinars in the period of 1 hour with as fast as you speak. And that takes a ton of energy and a ton of excitement. And I love that about you. But folks, what I want to do real quick, just so Udo can hear some of your stories and some of the success that we have, just in the U.S. And I want to go around a couple people. I want to introduce Jack Pallas real quick to you, Udo. Jack comes out of a 35-year corporate background, Tufts University, highly educated, master's. I believe it was Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken. And Jack is he's somebody that started small. He had to scrape the money together for the starter pack and ultimately worked his way up. He just took a trip of a lifetime to Machu Picchu and went to Peru and took his wife on an absolutely glorious trip because of OneCoin. And Jack, I'd just love for you to share your story real quick. We don't have a lot of time tonight, just a couple minutes for each one of you, but I'd like you to introduce yourself and let us know about your experience with digital currency.
Absolutely, Tom. Thank you. And Udo, thanks. That was gold that you just gave us.
Always welcome. Always a pleasure.
I mean, Tom kind of capsulized it right there. I really started small. I got exposed to this, and there was something about it that just clicked with me. I've been a late adopter of everything in my life. Getting a cell phone, getting on Facebook, all that stuff. I was always one of the last of my circle of friends to participate in that. Something clicked on this that just made it make sense to me. And I didn't have a lot to get started with. I started with a starter, and but I knew, I just knew it was going to be big, and it feels so great to be part of something that's, that we're on the front edge of something, that we're building something, that we're actually creating a whole economy. So it's I started, and I just kept getting, I stayed plugged in and kept getting informed and learning, and built from there. And it's been a great ride.
Yeah, the good thing is, what I really like is, when people, I'm doing this business since many years, when people really bring the last money together and they work for the next money, they work for the next level, this shows the people what? Confidence. Because everyone from your friends knows you're how you live, where you live, how much money you have. And when you show them, you put everything, let's call it on one card, you put everything in here, you did everything to go for. What does it show to the people? You believe in this one, and this one sells already. This one makes you already successful, because people say, hey, if he does it, he was not the first with the phone, he was not here, but he's in here. He puts a lot of money in, and he's doing everything to recover it, to bring it back. That shows confidence. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Something you find people say, here's a credit card, pay. You know, they don't even talk to somebody about the idea. Right. You know, this is, we don't need. We need people like you who really shares the story and tells the story and brings it out. This is what we need. I really respect and love these kind of things. Really.
Yeah, and I don't have decades in the network marketing business. I have, you know, I'm from the corporate world. This is all new to me, and this is the first time I've experienced any success like this. And you know, it's not about the money; it's about the person you become during this process.
Yes.
And, just in the last couple of days, what it means to me is the freedom to be able to do what I want to do, but it's also this ability to give back and serve others. So, you know, there's a big theme on our Peru trip of, yeah, bringing love, service, and wisdom to the world.
Yeah.
And just in the last couple of days, I've been able to donate to a couple of different charities at a level that I just, you know, haven't been comfortable doing in the past. And it feels really good to have this kind of outlook for the future and the freedom that it brings.
Yeah. One thing what you said, sorry to interrupt you again. One thing what you said was a really typical thing what a lot of people has to understand. You're flying often with an airplane. When you fly with an airplane, you get always a security instruction, right? What did they say about the oxygen mask? Of the mask who falls down?
Yeah,
you have to take care first for you and then serve the other. Because if you're not able to help someone else, everyone dies. And this is exactly what you're doing with the business. When you start to work here, when you start to make money, you can help someone else. Exactly. When you start to work here, when you get successful, you can help somebody else. And this is a message what people have to understand. This is what we're doing. We're helping. This is what we do with our One World Foundation from the Dr. Rusha Ignatova. We're helping, supporting so many people. And that's really, it's really what I need. I appreciate it. It's really great. Thank you.
That's great. Right there. Tom, I can't hear you.
I got to unmute myself. Crystal, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Awesome. Crystal comes out of the network marketing industry and was a top level person at a company starts with a V. Won't mention any names, but great to have you online, Crystal. Crystal's had an incredible story in the last year. She's dealt with the illness of her in-laws and her parents and just some family members, and has had to really bear a tremendous amount of burden taking care of the family. And I know that cryptocurrency, your husband and you have made a large commitment with some pretty significant size packages. I think when the infinities or the larger packages were out, and have an opportunity to probably create a $20 or $30 million type retirement one day with where you're at right now. But she's gone out and affected a lot of lives positively and has helped a lot of people get into this business. But Crystal, if you'll just share a little bit about your story and your experience with cryptocurrency, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. You know, I joined exactly, it's been about a year. July 2nd was my 1-year anniversary. And when I joined, I didn't even know the word existed. I never heard of Bitcoin. I didn't hear anything. And it was like totally Greek to me. So I got intrigued with the concept and reached out to Tom. And you know, I was one of those people that thought that the mining was the little man with a pick on his back. And it's been a very big eye-opener, a very big, you know, I hear it and see it all around me now. And, you know, after we talked with Tom, we decided to come in at the tycoon level because I saw the power, I saw the vision. I wasn't ready to step down from our other positions. We were in one of the top positions in the company for about 5 years. And but then after the first week or so, I saw the time freedom, and that's what really I needed at that time. And the money, it was incredible to be able to have that kind of income and not have the weight of the world on my shoulder. And so we decided to step down from our positions, and then, like you mentioned, we bought several of the larger packages, and my husband is very, very cautious with our money, and he had heard about Bitcoin when it was at $900 a coin, and so he didn't join at that time, so he understood it a lot more than I do, and I think even to this day he gets a little bit more than I do. So this was the first time ever that he was willing to spend that kind of money on these different packages that we got without a hesitation, because he saw the vision and he saw the potential. And we've been very, very blessed on both the business side and the trading side. And it's like you were talking about before, Udo. It's not about me, it's about our team. And, we're building a successful team, and just, we've got people on fire. I kind of had to step back for a little bit. My mother-in-law passed away 3 weeks ago, and so we've been having to take care of her house and everything. But I still have a weekly check coming in because of my team. And, it's reaching down to help everybody else, and it's not about me, it's not about my husband, it's about spreading the word and changing other people's lives. And it's certainly changing ours and many, many on our team and everywhere around the world.
Crystal, what's your dream that you have once, let's say you got all the money in the bank and all is good, and you've helped a ton of people create wealth. What's your husband and your dream?
One thing we're going to do is we're going to buy a fifth wheel and toy hauler and travel the U.S. with our Harley. And when the weather's bad, we're going to also be going down to Belize, and we're actually going to think about purchasing a condo down there. One of my husband's goals is to travel Europe on a Harley. We'll have to rent one over there, of course, maybe buy one and have it shipped home. But our dream is to travel the world and spread the word and help as many people as we can. My husband and I are saying for years has been paying it forward. And my biggest dream in helping other people is to be able to just walk into a place and say, you know what, I'm going to pay for all of your dinners, or I'm going to pay your house payment this month, or whatever it is. I want that freedom to be able to help other people as well as living our dreams, traveling the world.
Very cool. Well, thanks for being on board with us, Crystal, and thanks for sharing your time. I know you had a busy schedule today, and thanks for popping on with us. And that's what's great about this business, folks. If you notice, Crystal is on a mobile app, and we've got several people on mobile apps all over the world. There's probably 6 different countries represented here. And the cool thing about this, if you haven't noticed, we all like doing business from home. Udo's on vacation and in Fort Lauderdale. There's people all over the world that have the ability to connect 6 times a week. We do this Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then also Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have the ability to connect with people around the world. Thanks, Crystal.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a big benefit on our business. You do it wherever you are. If I'm going on vacation, I go on vacation with my children. Usually I don't need any vacations because what I'm doing is vacation. My business is vacation, and I do it all over in the world. So, Crystal, you can see the world and making money next to it. That's the best thing ever.
Absolutely. So let me connect with somebody in Las Vegas. Leah, are you available? I've got you getting ready to bring you up. I got you unmuted. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really well. Thank you.
Awesome. It's great to have you online with us. I know that you guys are building a huge team in Las Vegas, and excited to come out there August 13th, I believe, at the Hard Rock. We're going to packing the house again for our third regional meeting out there, so I'm excited about that. I know, Leah, you're involved in the solar industry, which is obviously a disruptive industry. And I think you were there. We went in and talked to a vendor one day, a memorabilia shop, I believe, when I was out there, about taking digital currency, and that was something like Udo recommended that we all do. But tell me why you're excited about OneCoin and digital currency in general.
Well, I think my main motivation, Tom, and everyone, is because it's true freedom. I mean, my passion is freedom for everyone, and you know my heart, Tom. It's we have to save this world, and we can't leave our children in the state that it's in. We just can't do it. The governments are all corrupt. The banking industry controls our governments, and we need to, and I always say this, and I don't really mean it like literally, but literally we need to.
This is recorded, so remember.
We need to kill the banking industry.
Yeah.
I mean, not the people in it, but the industry itself, and prevent them from the control that they have over our lives. And I feel that OneCoin, for the first time, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We can literally take control of our lives again, and it's real freedom. It's the unlimited possibilities of freedom, and I'm just so grateful that Mike and Jody introduced it to me, and I met you, and all the friendships that I've fostered over the last year. And this, in the last 10 years, I've probably been introduced to, gosh, everybody wants me to market their business. I do that well. I'm a marketer. I write well, and every business that I've been introduced to, nothing has really worked. This is the first time that I've actually made money, and the first time that my portfolio has grown, and this is exciting. It's an exciting time. I just love it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for being on board with us.
Thank you.
I'm coming to Las Vegas in November for 1 week.
Oh.
So guess what? We're going to have a meeting if you're there.
Yeah, well, let's arrange it around the time that Udo is here. Let's do that.
Not around the time. Best day when I arrive afterwards is always party time Vegas, you know. Vegas is never sleeping.
Awesome.
We make sure that we'll arrange it around your schedule, Udo.
Anytime welcome.
We'll make sure there's a party as well. So the Vegas party has no problem with parties.
Thank you guys.
Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being online with us. Let me jump over to Kevin Foster. We've got Kevin Foster on board, and Kevin is one of our leaders in the U.S., has done a great job. Man, I tell you what, Udo, when you talk about the heartbeat of America in OneCoin, Kevin Foster has been a support mechanism between us and corporate, and has really, I'd say, he's probably helped 75% of the people on this webcast with some issue or another. But Kevin is, we call him our resident hippie, and I loved your post the other day, all the hippie words that you had on there that went out this morning. I saw that, Kevin. That was awesome. But Kevin has generated a multi-seven-figure net worth in this business simply by having a huge heart, helping people, and building an incredible team. And a lot of us have a tremendous amount of gratitude for him. But Kevin, if you could just take a minute to talk about your experience, and just tell us what your dream is once all this wealth is manifested. Tell us what you and Liz are going to go do.
Well, hey, it's having me. Udo, can't thank you enough for London. That was my first time to get to see you live, and it was a true honor. I'm honestly, Tom, I'm really emotional right now. This is a dream come true. This whole webinar right here is a dream come true. All these people here, it's from my efforts, and thank you guys. I love this. I can't wait to meet more of you on the beaches of the world. This is so humbling to me. Thank you guys.
Thanks, Kevin, man. Thanks for being on board with it. Everybody give Kevin a hand real quick. That's good. High fives. Yeah. Guy's awesome. So thanks, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, I know why, because you see a huge team building around the world, and the financial independence that you and Liz are going to have is simply staggering. And the lives that you've affected and moved in a very positive way is we just can't be thankful enough for you. So let me jump over to Doc.
Hey, wait, one thing.
Okay, you're recovered.
Yeah, I'm recovered. You know, it goes back to a meeting I had in April of last year with Per Carlson, and I know Udo knows Per Carlson, and his leadership really is what brought me to the dance. And I can't thank him enough, and I know he gets to spend more time with Per than I do, and I just want to ask Udo if you would please give Per a hug next time you see him and tell him how much Liz and I love and appreciate his support.
I will. I just was texting with him. I will do it. Don't worry. I will do it.
Awesome. And thank you again for the value you shared for the team. It felt like London again, and there was a lot of people that were here today that weren't in London, and you really drove home the core values of why this is so special. I try and amplify the message of how big this is, and I think you really did a great job of honing in on the importance and the value that the company has and how strong and stable we truly are. And we're in such an amazing place. Thank you for being here for us and all of the challenges that we've had here in the States. It means a lot to all of the members here to have your leadership here showing support for us.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Fantastic, folks. I'm going to jump over to one other superstar that I love chatting with. And Lucille, I saw you there for a minute. Is Lucille out there? I see you. There you are. Udo, I wanted you to meet Lucille. She has a really amazing story. I don't know what the largest family in Germany is, but she comes from 20 siblings in her family. And they just had a family reunion at a hotel, and they had 250 family members there, Udo. So she's got a built-in downline just in her own family.
I was thinking when I have 5 children, I have already a lot, but it's not bad, yeah.
What's amazing is I think her mother's sister has 18, so between the two of them, they have 38 children, and they're going to own the state of Mississippi and Texas. I just know it. Everybody in Mississippi is going to be enrolled in OneCoin because of them. But Lucille, it's great having you online. Lucille worked for the Department of Veteran Affairs, so we appreciate your help with our most important veterans. And Lucille has just inspired so many people with her story and her on-the-go recruiting. She could be at a hair salon getting her hair done, and on the Zoomcast. Her commitment. I don't think she missed a Zoomcast since I've started him, and if she had, it's been because of a federal emergency or something like that. But Lucille, great having you online. Just share a quick little bit about your story and why you're excited about digital currency.
Awesome. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Udo. Can now say that I've actually met you in person over Zoomcast. I've watched your YouTube videos you do, Udo, and also Tom as well. But I'm so excited about digital currency because it's the only thing out of everything that I've done over 30-some years in network marketing where I can truly say that I've seen growth and haven't lost a dime. And my husband is driving me now, so I'm not driving myself as we go down the road, but he has witnessed me being a part of so many network marketing programs, and now this is something that I can say that my family will win at. I do have 19 brothers and sisters, and also my husband has 24 of them. So we have a lot of people to get up to speed on digital currency. So
they're creating their own economy.
Having a great time. I love it. I'm proud of it. Absolutely. And we needed this. This is something we need because we're spread out all over the United States, and we can now we can do our own banking between each other, amongst each other. So everybody that gets an account, if they need something or I need something, we can help each other out. So I love it. It's something that's been it's a godsend for us. So I'm glad that I came across it about a year ago, and I decided to start mining, and I did. I stepped out on faith. And it hasn't been a mistake. It's been the best decision that I've made. So I'm excited.
She came in at a premium level, which got her a whole bunch of coins, Udo. And I know she's got about 250,000 reasons to have that smile on her face.
I do.
and we're gonna double all the coins the 1st of October. That will be the best morning ever had, you know.
Yes, I'm excited. I've got a tycoon package too that'll be in there.
Yeah. So I can't wait to wake up on the 1st of October and see, oops, we did it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Udo.
Awesome. Thanks for being on board with us. And I'll jump to just one more person and then we'll wrap it up, folks. If you're brand new on board and you're excited about what you see here,
call on me to say something.
Let me hold on, Lucille. We got to mute you. Hold on. Lucille, where are you? She's dying over there. I got to flip through a couple pages of people here to find her. Lucille, can you mute yourself? Are you muted? She got her. I think she did it. Okay. Anyway, if you're new on board and you're kind of curious about this and you're excited about it and you want to know more, we don't usually run an hour and a half, just so you know. That's usually we keep it under an hour. But because of our special guest today and it being Saturday, I think creating wealth is an extremely important topic to talk about. And our theme, you know, with what we do with New Currency University is called Get a Master's in Freedom. And that's really what this is all about. And I think Udo said something interesting. Don't sell the product, sell yourself, sell your excitement, sell how we do business, sell the lifestyle of this business. We've always talked about the coin lifestyle. Early on, I coined a phrase, the culture of freedom, which Kevin picked up on and has ingrained it in all of us and what the culture of freedom is all about. And we have an opportunity right now, very much like the internet in 1991, when we were going around and showing people how to do how to send emails without using the post office. And a lot of people that we talked to at the time, they said, oh, why should I send an email? None of my friends have emails. And we heard that with the fax machine too. Why should I have a fax machine? None of my friends have fax machines. Believe it or not, today we run across people that say, why should I have digital currency? Nobody else has digital currency. And I would say after seeing clues of what happened with the internet and how disruptive the HTTP of publishing was, folks, we're introducing you today to the HTTP of finance. We're introducing you to the next generation of money. We're introducing you to the internet of money. We're showing you how to get in on the ground floor of something that will be more disruptive than the internet ever was, and it's going to disrupt the way you do payments. It's going to disrupt the way you connect with businesses. It's going to disrupt the way you market your business. Digital currency, folks, is here, and you are at the beginning of the wave. And I said it on a presentation the other night, and I don't know if I made a mistake when I said it in my presentation, but I said you can be either in front of the wave and you can ride the wave and you can profit from the wave, or you can be on the back of the wave and you can pay for it and you can use it. And I know a lot of you missed the wave of the internet, and you missed the profit, and you missed the wave, and you missed all the wealth that was created. And a lot of you are now paying for it and just using the internet. Well, if you want a second shot at creating massive wealth, and I'm talking massive wealth in 2 to 5 years, there's people creating 7-figure net worths in a year, not only in this company, but in the digital currency industry. And I'm just excited about it. But Udo, I'm going to let you just kind of wrap it up with some final words, and then we'll move into our recorded presentation that we'll leave everybody with. But Udo, if you could, I don't know, drop some more nuggets of wisdom, or just let us know the call to action to get started, or what we should go do now.
You know, the first thing of all, what you should do now, keep everything simple. Keep it short and simple. Whatever you do, keep it short and simple. When you want to start, you have to start today. Don't do it tomorrow. You know what is happening tomorrow? How often we say we want to lose weight? How often we say we want to stop smoke? How often we say we're going to stop to eat more? We say we do it tomorrow, and when we have done it, never ever. So if you want to change your life, you have to change it now. You have to do it now. And you have to do some things every day for your business. A lot of people see network marketing just like a part-time. We call it a hobby. You know, I just do it when I think I do it. So what do you need? You need a plan. You need a list what you need to do. If you have no plan, you never reach anything. So start today. Make your list. Make a list. Have a paper on. Make a list of your names, whom you want to call, from your friends, from your previous girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, whatever. Start to make a list. Start to call. Use the phone every day. Use the utilities and the opportunities to invite people to the webinars and trainings, what you do every day. You need to do some things every day. It's like you say, riding the wave or just see the wave. What I'm always saying, everyone knows Harry Potter, the lady who made millions. So the question is, who was reading it? A lot of people. So the question is, who makes the money? The person who writes the books or the person who reads the book? And you know what? You can write your own book. You can write your own book about your own future. You don't have to read it one day. No, you write it today. And whatever it's happened, if you just get divorced, if you have just a hard time in life, don't care. Time. If you lose a time, if you lose a minute in your life, this minute never comes back. If you cry about money, don't cry about money. Money comes back. Believe me, time never comes back. I just got divorced 2 years ago, you know. I'm super happy since this time. I paid a €5.5 million just to be a senior again. You know, I was worried for really a week. But you know, if I would be still worried, if I would still cry what has happened, why, I would not be where I'm here today now. You know, you need to be focused on yourself. You need to be focused on the future. You can't change the past. Whatever was happened. You talked about 2008. Of course, everyone got a huge hit about 2008. But what do you have done, Tom? Close the book, start a new story, right? If we still cry about 2008, we would still not be here. We would still have our problems. So, some people say, write a new chapter, turn the page. No, close the book, destroy the book, bring your past away and start a new white page. That's your future. That is your future. The future is white for you. Write the one story. Do every day something for your business, and I believe in you. I believe in the cryptocurrency. I believe in Dr. Rusha. I believe in one coin, one life, in the one academy, in everything what we do. And I know you can do it. One coin, one team, one dream. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That was awesome. I hope your euros weren't wrapped up in that piece of paper you just tore up.
I hope it was not check on.
That's great. So, folks, it was great having you online, Udo. It's a special guest. I tell everybody, you know, there's people that found priorities to do other things, and all of you should be commended for being online. When you meet somebody that makes as much money in a year as most people make in a lifetime, or 98 or 2% of the world does, it's great for you to kind of park it for a while and pay attention. And I think, you know, we can take away from what Udo said is start today, have a sense of urgency, get excited about this. You know, you might move forward a little bit with some ignorant enthusiasm and just go out there and crush it and stay that way. And you can make a ton of money in this industry just by having that frame of mind. You might start acquiring knowledge and really understanding how powerful the disruption of digital currency is, of bankless banking, and really give you the opportunity to go out there and be an industry leader, to be somebody who goes out and pioneers an industry. And that's what drives me every day. I love being a pioneer. I love taking arrows. As I tell everybody, there's no career here. We are conquering frontiers, and you've got to put on your battle armor. You've got to become a warrior, and you've got to get excited about something more so than anything you've ever been in your life, and that is the ability to go create wealth and usher in a new form of payment, a new currency that the world is going to use. You know, the internet was the fastest adopted technology in the history of the world. 25 years, 87% of Americans got on the internet. They are saying that digital currency, they're predicting digital currency will have full adoption by 2026. That means we have 10 years to make hay, folks. We have 10 years to fill our pots with gold, because when the rest of the world finds out about it, all of the seeds that you planted in the last year and all the seeds you planted in the next 3 years will just turn into massive wealth for you and your family. And I can tell you, if you're looking at 5 or 10 years or 15 years of retirement, this is probably one of the best solutions that you've ever seen in your life. And I'm excited. I'm going to be interviewing Don Tapscott. He's the author of The Blockchain Revolution. He's written several best-selling ebooks. full books, and he wrote the very first best-selling book on the internet. And so for those that have not read The Blockchain Revolution, I would highly recommend it. It will tell you why this technology that we're working with is going to absolutely change everything, as Mark Andreessen says. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up the video. If this is your first time, stick around for 20 minutes and watch the video and gain an understanding with everything that we've talked about today. This video will put images to it, it'll put framework together, and it will remind you of some of the things that you've already heard. And just sit back and take some notes. And like I said, if we answered all your questions today, that's probably not a good sign, but hopefully we piqued your interest. Hopefully you have made a decision to really take a serious look at this industry. There's 4 things that we recommend. Number 1, get educated. Okay, this is an industry that in 30 days you can learn just about everything you need to know. You're already doing what we're already doing. You're just doing it in a government-issued currency. Number 2, get experienced. We want you to start mining digital currency. We want you to start trading digital currency. We want you to start spending digital currency. We want you to get experience. Number 3, get engaged. We want you to get involved in our webinars. We want you to start introducing it to people. You know, if you're making money with something, golly, if you're making the kind of money that Udo's earning, or even some of us that are on here, you just feel like talking to everybody because it's the funnest business in the world, okay? And the last thing, and that's the one I just talked about, is get wealthy. You have an opportunity to get wealthy fast. And I always tell people, you may not believe in getting wealthy fast, but I can tell you what, there's people on this webinar that do, because this thing's taken off like a rocket ship, and we would love to have you on board with us. You can start small. You don't have to recruit a team. There's no auto ship. There's no future commitment or anything like that. You can come in and lock down one educational package, start mining coins, create wealth that way. And when you start to feel it inside of you, and when you start to get excited about creating wealth with cryptocurrency, you can step on the gas and go as fast as you want in this industry. So, folks, thanks for being online with us today. Udo, namaste, my friend. Love you. Thank you for being on. And he made a commitment this morning, first thing, to come on to see you all today. So thanks for the short notice and your words of wisdom and your excitement. We love you, and we look forward to having you on our Zoomcast in the near future, okay?
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you guys. Thanks.
Take care. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and queue up the presentation. If you haven't watched it, just sit back, and then I'll get an audio check from somebody. Let me make sure everybody's muted real quick, and mute all. Yes. Okay, we're good to go. And all right, sit back and enjoy the show. It's 20 minutes. By the way, this is the first step of a 3-step presentation that we have. So if you want to learn more, get back with the person who invited you to the presentation, and they can get you the other 2 presentations so you can start learning more about this exciting industry. So here we go. Step 1 of the new currency wealth presentation. We're going to be talking about creating wealth. Hi, this is Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to step 1 of the new currency wealth presentation. We're going to be talking about creating wealth with the 7th disruption of digital currency, the future of banking. Thank you, Lucille. Here, and it's awesome. My name is Tom McMurrin. I'm the author of the 7th Disruption, Amazon best-selling ebook, The Rise of the Digital Currency Billionaire. Also the host of NewCurrencyShow.com, a podcast that we do on a weekly basis. And I'm the host on thecoinprofit.com. It's a show on Grant Cardone TV that we do on a weekly basis. So as you begin your new currency journey, this is part 1. We're going to be talking about the opportunity, basically what it is, how you can make money, and ultimately how to get started. If you want to dive deeper into the industry, you can move on to part 2. And part 3 is a fast start guide on how to get started making money in this business. Now, we are a global community with over 2 million members worldwide. There's 3 divisions to our company. There's One Life, which is our social networking community of digital currency miners. We have One Academy, which is an innovative e-learning platform for people that want to learn how to create wealth with digital currency. And we have OneCoin cryptocurrency, which one day will be the global reserve currency. Let's take a minute to watch a video to learn more about these 3 different divisions of the company.
What is OneCoin? Millions of people around the world are mining OneCoin today. The reason? It's the platform for innovation that changes the financial industry. Put simply, it gives instant access to easier, faster, and low-cost financial services. You do not need to go to your traditional financial institution or escrow agent to send money to your loved ones. Fast. We make transactions every minute, hence you are able to send money from any part of the world to another in a minute. Easy. Everyone can transfer money with OneCoin. You only need your phone to do so. Safe. And most importantly, mining the coin, transferring money, and making payments with OneCoin is absolutely safe. When joining OneCoin, we automatically create an e-wallet for you. Because of our centralized model, we take care of all technical aspects, ensuring that your mined coins are safe. What's more, to prevent money laundering, identity theft, financial fraud, and terrorist financing, OneCoin has implemented KYC, Know Your Customer procedures, thus preventing any possible misconduct by its clients. OneCoin also became the first cryptocurrency with a monthly audit of its blockchain. People join OneCoin for a reason: to learn about cryptocurrency, to mine the coin, to transfer money, to make payments without the need for expensive or unsafe intermediaries, to deposit money, and to save over 8% in remittance costs. Use OneCoin to save your time and money every time you need financial services. Inspired by Dr. Roger Nathalie's strong vision to provide access to financial services for everyone, regardless of income, social status, and ethnicity, OneCoin has become a global company with a community of thousands of miners worldwide in just over a year. One world, one coin. Join the financial revolution.
And there you go, a little bit about the future of payments and money with this exciting company called OneCoin. So our commitment is to educating people on how they can increase their quality of life results with the new currency. Benefit number one, you can create more wealth. We're going to show you how to increase your buying power and reduce the cost of products and services that you use every day by up to 90%. Benefit number two, create more freedom. We're going to show you how to profit from the new currency with a proven online home-based business system called New Currency University from the comfort of your own home or anywhere in the world. Benefit number three, we're going to show you how to realize more control of your money. We will show you how to be your own bank and protect your money from bank fees, inflation, depreciation, seizure, and even taxation. That's right, digital currencies in some countries is tax-free. Now, the new currency is the biggest disruption since the advent of the internet. Why? Because we no longer need a bank to do a financial transaction. 24-hour person-to-person bankless banking is now here. If you want to learn more about it and how to do it, go to www.setupcoinwallet.com and just follow the instructions, and we'll show you how to do your first bankless transaction. So this is one of my mentors. This is Mark Andreessen. He's the co-founder of Netscape, Andreessen Horowitz, Wikipedia. He was the chief technical officer of AOL and the founder of Opsware. Why do I like this guy? Well, because he's very successful. He's one of the most prolific investors in digital currency, and he says the new currency will change everything. This guy knows a little something about disruption, being that he invented the web browser that you're watching this presentation through. But guess what? The smart money's already in new currency. Peter Thiel with PayPal, Tim Draper with the Draper Funds, Michael Novogratz, Fortress Investment Group. How about Richard Branson with Virgin? And there's Dr. Rusha Ignatova. Here's a woman who created the fastest company in the history of the world to do $1 billion in revenue. And of course, Mark Andreessen, the largest investor in digital currency. Of course, you've heard of the Winklevoss twins. They were the founders of Facebook. Then there was Eric Schmidt. He runs a small company called Google. And then Peter Diamandis, the founder of the X Prize and Singularity University. This guy awards $10 million to some of the best technological innovations, and he's a huge advocate of the new currency. Let's take a listen to what Richard Branson has to say about digital currency.
Is something that you've been interested in and supportive of. In fact, one can pay for a tour on Virgin Galactic up to the moon with Bitcoin. I think the Winklevoss twins have said that they would do exactly that. Do you think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually?
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin.
So there you go. Billionaire Richard Branson believes it's working. Now let's take a listen to what Michael Novogratz has to say. This is the former fund manager of Fortress Investment Group. He managed over $55 billion. I think he's probably pretty knowledgeable about picking good investments.
Let's talk about Bitcoin for a moment. You have been one of the big supporters of Bitcoin, something that has been criticized by the masses. Why are you buying into the VC, brother?
Yeah, first of all, to be clear, I made a personal investment, and our firm has made some small investments in Bitcoin.
But your own money says more than the firm's money.
Intellectually, it's a fascinating story to me, and I think it's real. If you look at the total market cap of Bitcoin, it's probably somewhere between $4.5–5 billion. There are, in best estimates, somewhere 30,000 individual programmers working on Bitcoin. My college roommate lives down in Barbados. He was the smartest guy that we went to school with. He full-time works on derivatives of Bitcoin. So there's this open source community where there's huge brain power, let alone all the VC money that's going in. And so for Mark Andreessen and his company, to Benchmark, to Wences Caceres, there's lots of smart money going on. I've never seen a small project with more human capital going into it, and so I kind of want to bet just on that alone.
But are you concerned at all that this could be Netscape? It's a great idea in terms of being a disruptor, changing the way global payment takes place, but Bitcoin itself will be a failure. It's only the first chapter.
I think it's got first mover advantage, but certainly there are risks. There will be a revolution in payment systems. I find that there'll be a democratization of finance at one point.
What do you mean?
I think you're going to see things like peer-to-peer lending. The banks are their biggest, I think, threat is the same thing that's happened in so many other industries now happening to the finance industry, right? The internet disintermediates, large players, and I think Bitcoin is just one of the threats that the finance industry, the way we know it, has coming against it.
So again, here's a guy that managed billions of dollars. I love the term disintermediates. I think what he's talking about is disrupt. I kind of agree with him. There's so much brain power into this. There's so much capital going in. And recently, Andreessen Horowitz just raised $1.5 billion to invest in this space. They're betting on the brain power too. You know what? So am I. I think it's a good idea to follow the smart money. So what's fueling this new currency marketplace? Well, there's 3 billion unbanked people around the world that need access to organized financial services. People want a worldwide merchant platform. They're tired of paying the exchange fees. And of course, there's the be your own bank disruption. Recently, a Gallup poll showed that 74% of people dislike and distrust banks. That makes this industry ripe for disruption. So what is the new currency? Well, it's digital money. There's actually no coin. It's a serial number that can be fractionalized into millions. It is independent of banks and government, making it the people's money. So let's look at one of the first attributes. New currency is finite. Consider the 1965 Mustang. 649,440 were manufactured for $2,320. That makes the 1965 Mustang finite. There's a limited quantity. Now, each vehicle had an identification number called a VIN number. Much like a digital coin, a VIN number identifies the actual underlying asset. Now, today, the market values the Mustang at $25,200. Why? Because the community has grown around a limited supply of cars. Well, guess what? The same is true for like Bitcoin that has 21 million coins. Has the community since 2010 gotten smaller, or has it gotten larger? Well, it's gotten much larger, and that's why you see the price of Bitcoin skyrocketing. But the same is true for Ethereum and OneCoin as well. As the community grows and the demand increases for the currency or the serial number, which is a limited number, you will have an escalation in price. I don't know about you, but the idea of having a currency that appreciates in value is much better than one that depreciates in value. A second important attribute of new currency is that it's transparent. All transactions are done on the blockchain. It's a public ledger. It's basically audited publicly. Your balance is held on millions of computers around the world, and the network confirms the transactions. The blockchain, which is the underlying technology that runs digital currency, creates a trustless environment. meaning you don't have to put trust in an individual that your money will still be there tomorrow, much like we do with banks. Third attribute is the new currency value is determined by the market, not manipulated by banks. It's traded on open exchanges on a peer-to-peer basis. Markets are open 24 hours around the day, and you can choose which one you want to use. There's over 600 cryptocurrencies, but realistically, there's only about 5 worth paying attention to. Now, how do you create wealth with a new currency? Well, you can acquire coins for future value, buy and hold, or you can do trading. You can buy low and sell high. You also have the opportunity with OneCoin to earn bonuses marketing educational programs, and you also can earn trips, events, and recognition, which we think is a very important currency. So who is the Google of new currency? Well, it's a company called OneCoin. They're the fastest company in the history to do $1 billion in revenue. Groupon did it in 27 months, and OneCoin did it in 12 months. So who's the founder of this rocket express train? What's Dr. Rusha Ignatova? She's a former partner at McKinsey & Associates. You know, McKinsey, they only hire the top of the class. She has a doctorate in law from Oxford, and she got that while getting her master's in economics at Constance. She's been voted Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in 2013 and 2014 by her peers in Europe. Here she is featured on the cover of Financial IT Magazine, which is a very well-respected magazine in the banking industry. So what is Dr. Rusha's vision? Well, she believes everything starts with education. So that's why she started One Academy. Then she launched OneCoin Exchange, where people can learn how to buy and sell coins. Now she has the One Life Network, which is basically the Facebook social networking community of digital currency miners. The next phase that we're moving into is the partnerships with retailers with an incredible mobile app. Then think about the cross-border payments with OnePay, where you can transfer money at a fraction of the cost. For those that like trading, investing long-term, how about the opportunity to do Forex trading with digital currency instead of maybe stocks and bonds and things that eat you up in fees? Consider investing in digital currency. Of course, Dr. Rusha is extremely passionate about children and educating them on the future of finance. That's why she's created One World Foundation. If you're interested in protecting your data, we have CoinCloud with awesome business app solutions that keep your data protected. Then, of course, you got to have some entertainment and games, and that's why she's created Coin Vegas, where you have the opportunity to play the odds. So this is Dr. Rusha's vision and full ecosystem of the OneCoin opportunity. I think you can see that it's very well thought out. It has a very bright future. You know, OneCoin has the track record of creating wealth. When they launched their digital currency, OneCoin, in January of 2015, it came out at 10 cents. Today, it's at over $6.45. That's an average growth of over 20% per month over the last 18 months. Now, there are no price guarantees implied, and this is for illustration purposes. We know past results are not indicative of future performance. But remember, as the community grows, so will the value of the coins. Just look at the results. In 18 months, 25,000 people earning in excess of $100,000, 300 and earning in excess of $1 million, over $5 billion in wealth created for its members, and 2 million members and growing by 5,000 to 10,000 people a day. OneCoin is already 6 times larger than Bitcoin that's been around for 7 years. So what do we market? Well, we market education. We market education on how to become a merchant for new currency, how to trade new currency, how to mine new currency, how to spin new currency. Most importantly, we want to teach you how to live the coin lifestyle, where you can live where you want to live how you want to live, and create wealth doing it. You know, maybe it's time to consider mining a new currency. You know, the old currency's kind of in debt and might be in a little bit of trouble. But what is mining? That's the million-dollar question, right? Well, miners put up capital or energy to acquire coins. Miners are early adopters and founders. Miners acquire coins at a deep discount for bringing the coins into circulation. Now, miners assume the initial risk, but they get the biggest reward. So let me illustrate how this works. We have mining packages ranging from $180 all the way up to $30,000. Now, each of those come with a different level of education. And you can see each one comes with a different level of tokens or energy. Now, this is another part of the lesson that comes with the education. It teaches you how to mine coins. You can also see that each one comes with splits. The higher the package you get, the more tokens you get, and the greater opportunity you have to earn more coins. Now, the mining ratio is a measurement of competition for the coins. The higher the mining ratio, the more expensive the coin gets. The last column shows the average price per coin. You can see at the starter package where the coin trading currently at about $7, you're getting the coin at a discount of $1.60. At the miner level, you're saving almost $1.70. At the pro miner level, you're saving a couple dollars. And you can see all the way down to the infinity miner, you're saving almost $6 per coin by going with a larger package. So you can see the bigger package you get, the bigger discount you get on the coin. Well, it's because you're taking more risk. And remember, risk is the prerequisite of wealth. Now remember, this is for educational and training purposes only. No guarantees or projections are implied, and these numbers are definitely subject to change as fast as this company is moving. So there's a second way you can earn money, and that's with earning opportunities. They have a personal sales bonus. You know, if you're really excited about what you're doing with digital currency, you might just share it with somebody else. Well, they'll pay you 10% commission. If you decide you want to build a team, you can have the opportunity to earn 10% on the network bonus. We also have a performance bonus, where we'll pay you on the success of other people from 10 to 25% of what they earn. And we also have a coin purchasing bonus, which is kind of like a forced retirement program. You're earning 40% of your commissions are used to buy more coins. And then, of course, we have rank recognition, which is very important. Those are the cash, the trips to awesome locations, and, of course, the Rolex watches. Because remember, time is money. So let's look at the personal sales bonus. Let's say you sell a $3,900 mining package and you earn a 10% commission. That's $390, 60% in cash, that's $234, and 40% goes to your trade account. That means you can buy an extra 22 coins right now that goes towards your long-term retirement. There's also the network sales bonus. A business center has 2 sales teams. Every Monday, the sales volume from each team is calculated unlimited levels deep. Now, Business Center earns 10% commission on the lesser of the 2 sales volumes of each period. I'll explain that on the next slide. For those that are experienced in binary compensation plans, the non-matched sales volume carries to the next period. So let's look at the network sales bonus. And this is really cool. As you can see, it's a 2x2 structure. You know, they say the average person in network marketing only signs up 2 people. Well, maybe that's why we've been so successful with this plan. All you have to do is find 2 people. Now, every Monday, the computer will scan the sales volumes of your A team and your B team. Let's say A team, unlimited levels deep, does $100,000 in sales volume, and B team does $150,000 in sales volume. Well, for the week, you're going to make 10% of the A team. That's 10% of $100,000 is $10,000. You can see why this program is so popular, because all you have to do is find one good person on each side. And you know what? You don't even have to be the one that finds them. Somebody else can. And if they go off and build a huge organization under you, you're off the easy street. That's what makes the binary compensation plan so fun. It's one of the fastest paying, highest paying compensation plans in the world. But remember, you only have to find 2 people and help others find 2 people. That's real easy. Now, we also have our performance sales bonus. And this is where you earn money helping others become successful. So all of the first level people you bring in, you earn 10% of whatever their check is. Whoever they bring in is second level to you. You make 10% of whatever they make on their check. On the third level, you make 20%. Well, imagine if they made like $40,000 between all of them, you'd make a 20% bonus of $40,000 or $8,000. Now look at this. On the fourth level, you make a 25% bonus. Well, guess what? You're going to have a lot of people on your fourth level, and you get 25% of every single one of their checks. That's a powerful compensation plan. We also have rank and recognition. Sapphire, you get a certificate and company-wide recognition. At Ruby, you get a 15-gram RM gold coin or 600 euros. At Emerald, you get a MacBook or 700 euros. At Diamond, you get a luxury vacation. At Blue Diamond, you get a Rolex. And at Black Diamond, you get a gold Rolex. Now remember, this is for educational and training purposes only. No guarantees or projections are implied. This is for internal use only. So this ends step number 1. Let's look at a summary. Now guess what? You don't have to build a team to mine coins. Some people come here just to be miners. They're not interested in building a team, and that's okay. You also notice there's no auto ship required. Once you purchase your package, that's it. Don't you hate those companies that make you buy a package or product every month to get your check? Bonuses are paid every Monday. We love Monday. It's payday. And as the member community grows, so does the coin value, and everybody wins. OneCoin has set records that the industry has never seen. And I always jokingly say I have to knock zeros off what OneCoin's done just to make it believable. Starting today, you can be your own bank, cash your own checks, and finance your own future. You know, here's a bonus for being such a great audience. I want to give you the ebook for free, The Seventh Disruption. Go to seventhDisruption.info. If you want the audiobook, if you don't like reading like me, go to seventhDisruption.net and listen to the audiobook. We also have the TV show at thecoinprofit.com. If you want to listen to our podcasts, go to newcurrencyshow.com. Again, if you're on Twitter, you want to follow us for updates, go to @thecoinprofit and follow us there. Hey, get back to the person who introduced you to the new currency and begin your journey today. If you're ready to dive deeper into the seventh disruption of new currency, let's move on to step 2. Awesome, folks. Thanks for being online with us. We appreciate you, and sorry we ran way over today, but with a special event with a very huge earner and somebody that shared just some awesome wisdom with us, we have a great opportunity to move forward with just enthusiasm and you know, getting educated, getting experienced, getting engaged, and folks, right now is the time to get wealthy. So it's fantastic having every single one of you on board. Get back with the person who invited you to watch this presentation, get a free account set up, start your learning process, and like I said, Udo said, you know, go big or go home. You know, now is the time for you to really crank it out in this industry. We'll be back tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time with all of the women of new currency, the pioneers, the women who are making it happen. So if you have a woman friend that would like to see a testimonial and only hear testimonials from women that are out there making it happen, tomorrow night, same place, same link, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday night. It's one of our most powerful events of the week. Great having everybody online today. I will have this recording out today. It'll take about 5 hours to process on my internet to get it uploaded, but we will get this link out if you have people that missed it. Thanks for being online, everyone. You have a great day.